Hello, 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 creatives, artists. I am back again with another video to talk about how to create multiple streams of income from your visual art practice. Now, I know that the normal, you know of the normal ones, right? Sell your original creations, sell your prints, those types of things. But I'm going to give you some other ones that will help you to create multiple streams of income from your practice. So before I jump into that, let me just share who I am real quick. My name is Maisha Francis. I'm an artist, a teacher, a curator, but most of all, I am a coach. I'm an art coach. I am an art coach for visual artists who are ready to take their practice to the next level, who are tired of just the self doubt, second guessing, and not really having a roadmap, a way to kind of navigate all of this. Because the art industry is big, it's huge, but there is a method to the madness when you sit down and really get with it. So, anyway, I'm gonna just jump right in with a couple of ways that you can create multiple streams of income in your business. These are the things that I've done. So I have done all of these things. Two of them I am building right now, but I always recommend to definitely have multiple streams of income. And if you can, what you want to do is just focus on three at a time, right? But let me just jump right in and I'll get into that. So the first thing that you can do to create multiple streams of income is just the obvious, which is number one, to sell your original creations. So that's a given, right? But you don't want to put all of your eggs in that basket. I promise you, you don't. Especially as you build your practice, as you build your customer base, you don't want to just put all of your eggs in that basket and think, oh, I'm not selling anything this month. I don't have a valuable business. This isn't working. I can't be a full time artist. That is not true, right? There are other things that you can do. So, the second way, the number two thing, which is again the obvious, right, is to make prints of your original work. So, prints are a great way to get your work out to the masses. It's low cost. Um, I can help you set up different ways to distribute your prints. Like there is a method to that madness as well. Like so that you're not running back and forth with your printer, like you can get all of that streamlined. So that's another way to create a stream of income in your visual practice. So number three, let me see here. I have some little notes just to make sure I don't forget anything to share anything with y'all. Teaching. Teaching. So, teaching is a great way to be a full time artist. Let me say something about teaching. If you are teaching, if you decide to teach, I have done both full time and part time. And when you decide to teach full time, a lot of times it does take away from your personal practice. So if you can, you want to try to figure out how you can teach art part time. So even if it's just negotiating time with your school or whatever institution that you're working with, which I have done several times, right? So as opposed to being on their full-time staff, I may, especially when my gallery was really, really new, I still had, well, no, not in the beginning, somewhere in the middle of working with my gallery, things were just running smoothly. Everything was kind of, systems were in place. And so I had a little part-time job. I think I was at Waldorf. I was at a couple of different schools, but it has always been a welcome extra added check, right? So you definitely want to think about teaching. Um, and let me just say this one last thing before I move on from teaching. Teaching is a great way to build your skill because you have to constantly push yourself to explore so that you can go back into the classroom and share. So I definitely wanted to say that. Um, Another stream of income, which I did this for a very long time, is paint and sip. So as some of you may know, I had a gallery and then I started doing paint and sip parties out of the gallery. At one point, I was doing almost 16 a month, which kind of like took over my business. But let me share something with you. The more paint and sip parties I did, the more art I sold. So I was able to develop relationships, build connections, and you never know, what woman in there they're part of, what organization. So through that, I've had doctors' offices to call me for murals, schools, hospitals, because one of those women in those classes sat on the board or worked, bosses looking for this or working, they do that or they want this for their company. So Paint and Sip is a great way to network and to develop relationships with people who will eventually become collectors. All right. So I cannot stress that enough. I have definitely stepped back from doing so many and from doing, sessions like that. I may do a few here and there because I do understand the power of networking. So don't sleep on paint and sip parties. They're not necessarily all that fun for the artist because you are working, but they are a great source of joy and inspiration for the participants, and they will really love you for the experience that they had with painting. So don't sleep on paint and sip parties. And it's good money if you do it right, you price it right, you get your numbers down with your supplies and materials and things like that. So another stream of income would be mural painting. So murals don't come all the time, right? But if you have one or two a year at 10 or 20 grand, like that is a significant line item in your yearly goals, financial goals in your art practice. So you don't want to sleep on those, but you definitely want to offer them or take those opportunities when they come. And they don't come all the time, but when they do, they're pretty good. And it's a lot of work. So if you get a mural, we should definitely talk about how maybe you can build a little small team to help you. But that's another video for another day. So another way to create streams of income are through, again, this is kind of the obvious one, taking commissions. And I added it because some artists, like I know a lot of seasoned artists that do not take commissions, right? And I'm going to be honest, it depends on the season I'm in if I'll take a commission. Because to me, commissions are a little bit more stressful than, hey, you can walk into the studio or the gallery and pick from something that I already have. So, but commissions, if the opportunity is coming, that's one of your streams of income that you want to build, then do it. Like if you are a portrait painter and commissions are your thing, then that stream of income you need to hone in, focus on, and build it. And we can talk about that in another video, right? So let's see. This is a good one. Another stream of income are traveling exhibitions. What is that? Let me just tell you real quick what that is. So traveling exhibitions are, say you put together an exhibit. I have a good friend, an artist who does this all the time. You put together an exhibition. It could be a Juneteenth exhibition of your work, a collection of different pieces from different series that you may have done, and then you propose it to different museums and say, hey, I already have this curated show. I have the text, I have the pieces, the original pieces, and you kind of quote unquote shop it, right? And you'll be surprised. Like there may be one or two museums a year that, or even more, that may take you up on that offer because they don't want to have to come up with another exhibition, so you already have it all put together and packaged. It's informative, it's interesting, it's great work. So that is a kind of quiet but really good stream of income. And with that, I don't want to get too deep into it. Again, this is another video, but you can always negotiate how that plays out, right? It may be free, but you get all of this publicity. They may have $100,000, $100,000, 100 tell money on my mind, 100-person email list, 100,000-person email list. You never know, right? So, or you might want to negotiate that, hey, they pay you 3,000, but it's and you do a small reception for their top donors, right? So there are ways you can work on that and work through that. And I definitely will do a video. I'll invite my friend on here who does this all the time, who packages up exhibitions of his work and then just shops them around the country, even the world. All right. So another obvious, not so obvious stream of income is merchandise. Now, I have seen a lot of artists put their work on pillows and cups and, all these different things. But I put it as a stream of income because if you're going to do that, you can't just have it available. You have to work that stream of income. Talk about your merch, promote your merch, show your merch, right? So you definitely, it is a stream of income, but it can't just be like a kind of afterthought, right? You really want to talk about and promote that merch alongside of your other streams. All right. And so another stream of income, which I am excited about because I'm getting into it. I think it's a great way to share information, to spread messages, to show your audience what you're doing, and that is YouTube. Now, of course, you will have to grow it and build it and create your audience, right? But you would be surprised what you can earn through just sharing what you do on YouTube. So why not? You're doing it anyway. Like I have a mentor as well. Like she said, record everything. I don't, but you could just record everything you're doing. As a matter of fact, my studio lights, I wish I could turn this around to where I paint. It stays set up, and my tripod with my overhead camera, it stays set up. Now, getting it edited is a different thing, right? That takes me a little bit longer to get them up, but hopefully I'll just be doing more lives like this so we won't have to do too much editing. Just get the information out there, just share. But my paintings, of course, I do have to kind of pre-record them because I work on them in multiple sessions. So I have one more way that I want to share with you to create another stream of income. Again, all of these things are things that I've done or am doing, except the traveling exhibitions. I haven't really gotten into that very much. But here is the last thing, and this is what I'm doing right here with you now, which is just coaching. So just sharing your journey. If you have some level of knowledge or expertise or something that you can help another artist with, do it. Right? So those are some ways, real quick, that you can create multiple streams of revenue in your business. Every single one of these things will help your art business grow. So thinking about how I got a piece in the Smithsonian, the National Museum of African American History and Culture, networking, opening up. The same person who may purchase a $35 print, you don't know their cousin may be a curator at your local museum or work at the museum and cool with the curator. Who knows? So you have a plethora of opportunities. Again, let me just share one thing. Each one of those takes a little bit of delving into, right? So you have to be strategic and set goals and milestones. So if you want to grow, you want to level up in your art business, then this is what I do. I coach artists to do just that. So if you are ready to level up in your art business, ready to level up in your art practice and your art career, like take it to the next level, stop running around in circles trying to figure it out, listening to this one's opinion and that one's opinion. who are not artists nor have been in this business. I'm only saying that because I know that everybody will have an opinion that you should do this, you should sell prints, you should go and do this festival and that market. Oh, I forgot about festivals and art markets. Don't sleep on those, right? I don't do too many anymore now that I'm a little bit older, but art festivals and art markets are your thing. But anyway, is a thing. But anyway, definitely reach out to me. You can get art coaching with me right now. And you can find out more about my art coaching at www.mfrancisgallery.com/work with me, or just click on the work with me tab. It'll take you directly there. I am right now. You can do the introductory session, which is 2 to 3 hours, because we really sit down, we look at your vision, like we look at what streams of income you already have and what things we can grow and develop. It is a long session, it's intense, but we get in it. All right. So definitely go on my website right now, www.mfrancisgallery.com, and click on work with me. As a matter of fact, let me give you it's www.mfrancisgallery.com/work with me. All right. So looking forward to seeing you. I hope that you are deep into your journey and just ready to go to the next level. So thanks for joining me, you guys. I will see you on the next video. Bye-bye.